good? Cool, all right.
Life's too short, so you best not waste it. So close I can fucking taste it. Breaking my back in the burning sun, but there ain't no quitting till the work is done, you know. Gotta find a way to take a load off of myself, bring it home, put it up on the shelf, and then I get stoned before you know it's time to pack it up and hit the road. I serve your greatest painful, the deepest pleasure, the sharpest thorns, oh, the sweetest rose. And take it or leave it, for worse or for better. Everyone knows that's just the way it goes. Just one night in my own bed, and then I'm gone again. And oh, good Lord, it's hard to know where the plan starts and the work it ends. Spent last night beneath the city lights, I was howling at the moon. And all my days are just a haze, morning always comes too soon. The greatest painful, the deepest pleasure, the sharpest thorns, oh, the sweetest rose. And take it or leave it, for worse or for better. Everyone knows that's just the way it goes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's the way, that's the way, that's the way it goes now.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Play Something Good. Thank you for tuning in on Saturday. We've got a really special night tonight. Pete, what do you think?
That we do. We got a great show here for you. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have some fun. Got steel guitar and all sorts of stuff, and a lot of interviews to go afterwards.
Yeah, we got a lot of talented people, an amalgamation, and I think this is like a one-off. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is going to be just like a one-time only thing. So make sure that you got everybody you can to sit around, watch, get something to drink, get something to eat, just have a good time, chill out, and everybody's going to do all the hard lifting on this stage back here behind me.
Yeah, it's not often you get a lot of musicians like this together, you know, with this dynamic and the story that's behind this that you'll hear later.
Yeah, very much so. And it's all going to be original music from across the river. What's the full name from across the river? Both Sides of the River. There you go. And there's going to be a story behind that, behind the name of the band as well too. So be sure to look out for that as well. And that is about it from my end. So without further ado, sit back. We're going to have a slight intermission, and when we come back, the band will be here playing for you.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
The way it goes. Tasty, boy.
I went down to the river with my bottle of cheap wine, looking for a little peace of mind. Gonna lose myself thinking, I'll probably drown myself a drinking. I thank the Lord I'm almost out of time. Been thinking about that woman who's been thinking about leaving. She only need to find a way to run. She calls me a loser and a no-good drug abuser, a low-down, dirty, rotten piece of scum. Never had too much to say about anything she done. She always had to have her way, but I'd always have my fun. Now it's finally over, and I'm sitting here in the clover, getting high and thinking God you're gone. Well, hell, I can't remember since that woman, she packed right up and gone. Lord, she gone. But I've been drinking wine, skipping stones and doing lines, and praying like hell she never come back home. Never had too much to say about anything she done. Always had to have her way, but I had always had my fun. Now it's over and I'm sitting here in the clover, getting high and thinking God you're gone. Take it away, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Mr. Frank Grimaldi on the tambourine here.
My specialty.
I don't know if anybody out there's ever caught Frank Grimaldi on the tambourine or not, but y'all are in for a real treat.
What's the name of the song, Gabe?
The name of this song is Long Hard Ride.
I like it.
The sun was low on the horizon. It looked like blood in the sky. They all knew as they mounted up, this could be their last ride. They'd head out west of Oklahoma, turn south toward old Mexico. They all knew, well, man, no one could tell at the end of the trail how this would go. They're chasing the ghost of an outlaw. Some folks say they'll never find. Well, they'll chase him like hell. They'll catch him at the end of the line. They lost him south of the border. They said it was bad luck on their part. And they saw him again in Tijuana. It seemed the whole damn gang had lost heart. But they'll ride again in the springtime. Seems there is no place he can hide. They all knew as they rode away, it's gonna be a long, hard ride. They're chasing the ghost of an outlaw. Some folks say they'll never find. They all knew, well, man, they'll chase him like hell and catch him at the end of the line. All right, that was a mighty fine tambourine playing, Mr. Frank.
Thanks, I do what I can.
Mr. Tambourine Frank. It's bigger cat.
I'd just like to say, if you'd like to give to Ray's cause, the Venmo tip jar and the PayPal link are scrolling across the screen throughout the entirety of tonight's broadcast. Give it up for Ray, man. Wrote some really great songs here. So happy and honored that I could be up on the stage tonight. So thanks, Ray.
no car. I guess I could have picked you up, but I don't want you with me. I got a new rider, baby. No, she decided that I'm built for comfort, not for speed. Just because it's bigger, baby, don't mean it right no better. And her Johnny Crown sure look good, but it won't get you home. Oh, no. Come on, take me home. Let me tell you, just because it's bigger, baby, don't mean it right no better. And honey, Johnny Crown sure look good, but it won't get you home.
Oh no.
Man, Frank is gonna do some killer guitar work on this next one, guys, by the way. Maybe I should have never traveled just 'cause I was bored. That's a lesson that I learned so hard. Didn't stop to realize how fast things could unravel when I set out to see the world. I wound up in Detroit City with some road dope on me. Police thought I was really some bad guy. Threw me in the county jail where I sit feeling like hell. The only thing I can do is sit here and cry. Let me out. If they do, I'll tell them us out there. Give it up for Mr. Frank Grimaldi on that guitar over there. That was smoking, man. Those are some smoking licks, Frank.
Yeah, I hope I was in tune.
It sounded in tune.
I walk out on a dark and windy night. The sky is so black, there's no stars to be seen. The wind blows so cold, and I tremble with fright. I swear on the wind, I hear you calling to me. Through the darkness period, long I stood there wondering, fearing, fighting the dreams only a man should ever see. But the silence was unbroken, and the night gave no token, and the only word that spoken was your name, Evangeline. Pretty lady, taker of soul, the devil in my dreams. Please don't make me say your name out loud, Evangeline.
All right, y'all. We got one more for you here. We're gonna take a little intermission. I hope y'all stick around and hear the interesting stories to follow the soothing sounds of Ernest Ray over here. I wake up, shadows tell me sun is going down. It'll soon be time for me to go. To make the stage one more time. No one understands the price I paid to be the music man. I smoked and drank, I fought in bars. I've lost some friends, I've wrecked some cars. Ain't too much these old eyes haven't seen. I've been so high I'd always found that I'd come crashing back to the ground. I'm not sure going up was worth the coming down. Wife and home, what is that? It's something I don't know. I passed it up to give this world a song. Some guys wear a suit and tie. I wear boots and jeans. On this stage is where I belong. I smoked and drank, I fought in bars. I lost some friends, hell, I even stole some cars. Ain't too much these old eyes haven't seen. I'm not sure the going up was worth the coming down. ground. I'm not sure going up was worth the coming down. Thank y'all. We are both sides of the river. We'll be back shortly to do an interview with the fine hosts of Play Something Good podcast.
I'd come and take you far from here. Come down to the river, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna wash you clean. Down to the river, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make you sing. Mama's house done flooded, neighbor's house flooded too. You don't let that river flow, now the river gonna flow to you. Come down to the river, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna wash you clean. Down to the river, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make you sing. Down to the river. Oh, I'm gonna make you scream. Oh, yeah. River, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna wash you clean.
That one's Come Down to the River. Again, we're the Gasoline Gypsies for anybody just tuning in.
Got a pretty sweet music video we made for that one with our Vagabundo friends.
Vagabundos is our exclusive fan group. Vagabundo! We call on them for help with certain projects like music videos and things like that. If you're not a Vagabundo, look it up. It's a semi-public Facebook group. You can find it.
Free to join. This next one we just released as a single not too long ago. It's called Playing with Fire. I'm playing with fire. I still have so much left to learn. I'm fighting my desire to light it up and watch it burn. I'm playing with fire. Oh yes, I'm playing with fire. Time sure flies when you're getting stoned. With all my friends and lovers, you are the sweetest that I've known. Staring out my window, stormy weather's all I see. And I can feel that sweet sun shining when you're lying next to me. I'm playing with fire, oh, I'm playing with fire, yeah, yeah. Freedom ain't quite what it used to be. These trials and these troubles keep creeping up from underneath. Let's dig a little deeper before this all goes wrong. I'm starting to slip, trying to get a grip, but I'm tired of hanging on. I'm playing with fire, oh yeah. I'm playing with fire, yeah, yeah. Playing with fire, still have so much left to learn. I'm fighting my desire to light it up and watch it burn. I'm playing with fire, oh yeah. I'm playing with fire, yeah, yeah. I'm playing with fire, oh, fire, yeah, yeah. Hold on. How's a little playing with fire?
If anybody out there is listening, they're curious about our music, please find us on Spotify first and foremost. But you can go to our website, thegasolinegypsies.com. We're on YouTube, Apple Music, all that stuff. Please check us out. And thank you once again to the Play Something Good podcast for having us. We're having a good time.
This next one's pretty brand spanking new. I used to say that a lot. Oh, wait. No, it's not. We got another one first.
This one's only about a year old or so.
It's kind of new.
Yeah, it's kind of new.
And I ain't never gonna sell my soul. I planted the seed and plan to watch it grow. I ain't here to tell you what you already know. No. Gonna take it, gonna leave it, gonna let it go. And I ain't never gonna break down. Just sit here and let karma bring it back around. I ain't here to tell you what you already know. No. Gonna take it, gonna leave it, gonna let it go. Gonna take it, gonna leave it.
We're back. Was that awesome or what?
Dude, it was fantastic, man. So there's 6 guys on this stage. So we had, let's see, Ray, we got you. We got Dan. We had Matt on bass. We had Sean on drums. We had Kevin on just about everything. And then I think, and then Frank on, was it tambourine?
Tambourine and guitar.
That was amazing.
Vocals.
So, all right.
Memorex.
Let's talk a little bit about both sides of the river. What's the origin story? Where's the name? Where did that come from?
Want to take it or you want me to?
Well, I'm from down. I'm from down south, and me and Dan got hooked up and everything, and we was trying to come up with a band name. We came up with this, that, and the other thing, one thing after another. And I said, "How about both sides of the river?" Excuse me.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, I kind of like it." And I should tell him about the road trip. Huh?
Oh, yeah, go. Hold that little close to your mouth.
So I took. Well, actually, he took me down to his sister's in Georgia, Tallulah Falls, where Deliverance was filmed. If any of my old friends are watching, you know what Deliverance is about. So we're cruising around down there, and I spotted this sign that said Doolin Banjos Lane. I said, "Stop the car right now. We got to get a picture." And me and Dan got out, and the skinny hillbilly and the city guy. He didn't know the significance until later on. I told him, my buddy Harley caught it, and he said, "You go tell him what that means?" I said, "No, not just yet. We're just now becoming friends." Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, a little Ned baby.
That's very cool, man. Yeah, so I want to just to broach it, just to kind of get this out of the way. You're going through a little something right now. And we're gathered here today just to watch you guys play, which we've done, and we've seen all the good stuff that you guys do. But you've been going through some health stuff, and we're here to raise some money to help you kind of navigate your way through that. So just talk a little bit to it, and then we'll kind of get back to where we're going.
All right. Well, back last summer, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I've been fighting it, and I thought I was finished with chemo and everything. So the other day, the doc calls and says, we've seen something in your blood work that kind of alarmed us and everything. So the main cancer cell is still there. They don't know where it's at. Okay. And so I guess I'll be fighting it for a while. But I told her, I said, you can say what you want, but I got things to do right now. I ain't got time to die right now. I got stuff I got to get
like
finished.
Song right there, man.
Yeah, I probably will.
Yeah.
Sit on my porch on my farm and do a little writing.
Gotcha, man.
Yeah.
Well,
but can I say something else?
No, please, dude. This is yours.
Before we go any further, I'd just like to say thank you to Dan, Frank, Matt, Pat, Sean, Kevin, and everybody that put all this together. What an amazing band these guys are. And it was completely my honor to be on the same stage with y'all.
That was great to hear. So, how long have you been writing songs?
Oh, God, I don't know, since I was about 17, maybe.
Okay. Have you have any CDs that you've put out or anything, or anybody recorded anything that you've written?
Well, as a matter of fact, in like 1980 or 81 or something, I did a CD with a friend of mine. Can I tell that story?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he got mad at us all about something, so we were all on the credits. They were all his songs, and he put us all on the credits and everything. He got with this girl, nobody liked her, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we split up, the band did. We made up later on, but I lost my copy of the album and everything. Just last summer, I believe it was, a friend of mine down there, he was like 1 when we did it. He said, "Hey, I got something I want you to hear," and he played it. And I said, "Where in the hell did you get that?" And he said, "My uncle had a cassette." So I got the CD, and I brought it home, and I was going to listen to it, and I was like, you know what? He took me off the credits. I ain't even going to listen to it. But I found out he passed the other day, and Butch and Mrs. Moles and all y'all, my condolences. Tony was my friend, and I'm really sorry for your loss.
Yeah, it's tough, but that's cool that you found that tape. That's or that you got it back, and even though you may have gotten taken off the credits, can't take away those memories making it.
None. There's a story for every song we did.
Oh, yeah.
I promise.
Hey, tell us a story about something that you guys played tonight, like the Michigan song you had there.
Michigan Could Kiss My Ass.
Yeah, Michigan Kiss My Ass. Tell us about that one.
God, how long was it? 9, 8, 9, how long? Well, I've been out 4 years. So 10 years ago, I came up here and went to prison for 6 years. and they locked me up, and I didn't think they were ever gonna let me out of that place, man. I mean, it's like, good God, I didn't do that bad. Surely, I think I was just misunderstood or something, Right. Yeah, they kept me there for a pretty good while, almost 6 years. So while I was in there, we did have guitars occasionally, and so I wrote a few songs in there. That's where some of these came from, but that's where Michigan came from, if they ever let me go.
Well, it seems like a lot of the songs, the lyrics are from personal experiences.
Every one of them.
And that always makes the best ones,
Man, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you a lot.
Well, I just want to encourage everybody, remember, we're here so we can donate some money to help Ray out. So remember, sometimes you'll see a thing to donate and you'll be like, I don't know if I can make a difference. I don't know if I've got the money at this time. Sometimes all it just takes is a few bucks, $3 to $5.
Just do it.
Hundreds of people, just throwing that amount, can help. But people doing any and all amounts in between, every single bit helps. And you'd be surprised at how much, us musicians really benefit and really appreciate that kind of stuff. So going back to music a little bit. What are your who are your influences? Who do you like? What kind of genres aside from the obvious bluegrass and country? What else are you interested in? What do you like?
Oh, wow. Well, when I started playing the first band I was in, Greg and JR and Glenn, I thought we wanted to be Leonard Skinner, Southern rock for sure. But man, the Allman Brothers, Eddie Arnold. Old country stuff.
The Cattle Call.
Chet Atkins, Jerry Reed. I like music. It don't really matter. If it's good, it's good. I don't care what kind it is.
Everything from El Chicano to
Santana. I would like one thing though. I got some guitar heroes in West Virginia that probably made me want to keep playing. Rick McKeon, Robert Schaefer, and Corn Cob, Dave McCormick, even though he don't really like me much, he's a really badass songwriter and a guitar player, and he's always inspired me to want to keep doing it. I hope you're listening too, Corn Cob. I always liked you, whether you like me or not.
Dan, tell us a little bit about your guys' relationship and when it all started.
All right. Well, it all started. We had met his lady friend Christine prior to meeting Ray, and she was telling us a little bit about him, saying, my boyfriend, he plays music and he's really good. And as a musician, you hear this kind of thing all the time. Oh yeah, he's really good, and you kind of take it with a grain of salt. You never know how good anybody is or isn't, but. So I said, okay, and, never thought too much about it. And then, just her kind of talking about him, he's kind of sounded like sort of a rough kind of fella, like maybe, he rides motorcycles and been locked up. And I thought, well, man, I don't know, girl. I don't know if I want to meet this guy or not. But they came out to one of the shows that we were playing at Mr. Big's Sports Bar in Waterford with Saturday Night Gangster. And we were out there having a smoke in between on the set break, and he just came up and started talking to me and telling me that he enjoyed it, and started talking about some more specific kind of stuff, and thought, this guy knows some music and stuff, and he's very nice and complimentary to me, and thought, he seems like a nice guy, and we ended up meeting up again at another little get-together and kind of passing the guitar back and forth a little bit, and that went really good. And then another time we both were sitting there with guitars, and we just started playing a lot of cover songs, and it was like, man, we probably know 300-400 songs, kind of at least enough bits and pieces to fake our way through, and with the help of the internet and some lyrics and chord charts, and we pulled it off. We started doing some live streams when the pandemic hit, and just having a good time. And it was like, well, man, gosh, I had this guy all wrong based off of not knowing him, and just the book by its cover thing or whatever. And ended up being one of the nicest, most honorable, helpful, greatest friends anybody could ever ask for. And then. This is when we really became friends. I said, Ray, you like bluegrass music? And I said, you know any bluegrass? And he told me he didn't like bluegrass. I won't say exactly what he said verbatim because I'm sure we got grandmas and aunts and uncles watching and stuff. But he didn't act like he was very fond of it. But then he started picking a bluegrass tune, and of course I fell right into it because, as Ray says, the thing about going to see bluegrass is they keep playing the same song over and over again. And so I fell right into it, started picking that one, and then I'd start picking one, and he fell right into it. And I mean, we just sat there picking for hours and hours after that, bluegrass and southern gospel tunes, and just one thing after another. And that's when it really, really clicked. And I was like, man, I've been looking for somebody to do some of this good front porch picking with for a long time. And we were just like perfect for it. We just knew exactly what each other was doing, and that's where it really started.
Sounds like a good timing on that. Sounds like you guys like found each other right when you needed to.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. So I know you base a lot of stuff on reality and stuff like that, real life experiences. Do you do any fictional stuff, like stuff that's like it could be anybody else, or do you have a certain way that you like to create music? And that's for both of you guys.
Well, for me, I mean, it just kind of comes out, I'll be sitting around thinking about something, and some words just kind of come out. I don't know how it happens. Yeah.
Pretty cause and effect.
Yeah, as far as fictional, I mean, what really is fiction? Something has happened to somebody that everything you sing about, it's happened to somebody,
That's a good point, man. Very good. What about you?
Yeah, well, as far as I go, I don't really consider myself a songwriter, though I have written some songs, and some people do like them. They're they might be decent songs, okay songs or whatever. It's kind of hard for me to judge them since I did write them, but one thing I can kind of say about them is most of my songwriting is very on the surface. It's very just straightforward. It's not really. There's not really like a message if you read between the lines. Typically, I may throw a double entendre or two, and that's actually something I do quite often. But most of the time, it's just real on the surface. What you hear is what you get, and there's no inner Bob Dylan with me. You know what I mean? I'm not poetic very much. I hear a song probably 10, 20 times before I have any clue what it's about because I'm dissecting all the instrumentation in it and the melodic aspect of it. So I really am not a good songwriter. So that was one thing that I was really impressed with by Ray. He'd come around and speaking of me hearing songs a few times, Ray knows
let me sing.
Ray knows I'm going to say it. I hope you don't hit me. I'd listened to his songs a few times before, and I liked them. I didn't have anything against them right off the bat, but I couldn't really tell how good they were because the lyrics take a while to start hitting me because that's the last thing I listen to in a song. And so once they did start hitting me, it started meaning a lot more. And Ray, he just picked the hell out of it and make that guitar sound beautiful, and then it was like. Like a dog was getting run over or something, yelling the words out. And I said, "Well, man, that music is great. It's a great chord progression."
I love that guitar.
I don't know how you put all them chords together like that and made them work, but you did, and it sounded great. And now I'm starting to understand what the words are and mean, and I was just like, wow, these are really, really good songs, and I can never write songs like that.
Thanks. That means a lot to me.
Very good. It's funny also, you're talking about those chords. I was really impressed with Evangeline. I played here a couple of weeks ago, and it was you and me and you hanging out, and you guys were just on acoustic guitars, and I think you played Evangeline then. And just that chord that it rests on, when you say Evangeline, and we were just talking outside about, your jazz friend on guitar. Talk a little bit about what he said about that little part there.
Well, I had this music, and it's kind of odd. It just goes all over the place. And somebody told me a long time ago man, why don't you put a few more chords in every song you write or something? You know, I try to get them all in there, but I couldn't find a resolve spot at the end. You know, at the Evangeline part. And I just happened to hit a C major seventh, and I was like, man, was that pretty or what? Very pretty. So I was telling Johnny, this cat I was with a while back, and he's an accomplished jazz guitarist. I mean, he's really bad to the bone. And he said, and I was telling him, I said, yeah, I said, I found a chord for that song. He said, well, what chord you put in there? I said, C major seventh. He said, you can't resolve on a C major seventh. I said, you're a jazz guy, and you're telling me I can't stop on whatever chord I want?
You saying it's like there's no crying in baseball.
Yeah, right, exactly. But that's what he told me, and I was like, well, you know what?
I did.
Listen to it, but the same thing happened before I got halfway up. Before I even got to Evangeline, he couldn't stand my singing and walked off. Sounded like two cats screwing in a burlap sack or something.
That is fantastic. If you guys weren't doing music, say like, you know, this was off the table, you didn't have this option, what would you do as an outlet?
You go first.
Well, I don't have a whole lot of other outlets besides music, as you can tell by my garage. But you know, I like art and appreciate art. But as far as like drawing and painting, kind of, I mean, I paint houses for a living. It's sort of an outlet in a way, I guess, but it's more of a way to make money. And as far as like any kind of artistry outside of the music realm, I'm just completely inept. You know, I do horrible stick figures and stuff, and that's real. I mean, I could really try, and it look I mean, I do some abstract stuff sometimes, just messing around. I mean, and that's pretty horrible too. But who can judge that? So, I guess that's why that's.
Yeah, you might be your own worst critic when it comes to that, man.
Yeah, I don't know as an outlet. You know, when I was younger, I used to really kind of like you know, wrestling and brawling and stuff like that. But as I got older, my back hurts more. I got a bad shoulder and this and that. I don't really like all that stuff all that much anymore. So that wouldn't be an outlet. I don't really care much for exercising or riding my bike. So I do it sometimes just to try to keep the belly kind of under control. But I don't know what my outlet would really be. You know, there's the one thing that most humans at one point in their life have something in common with each other. It's a certain activity in which I'll not mention in specifics, but I mean, I suppose that everybody, if that's listening and paying attention, knows what I'm talking about. And maybe that would kind of be somewhat of an outlet. You know, in some kind of way, but I really don't think I would have an outlet per se. A lot of things that I would enjoy doing, like spending, you know, time with family. Sometimes I wish I could just completely give music up so that I could just focus more of my time on my family. I focus as much time as I can, but sometimes, you know, so like getting ready for something like this. You know, there's a couple nights I couldn't tuck the kids in and stuff like that, and that really always bothers me because I wish I could just every single night, you know, do that kind of thing and just be more family oriented. So I guess without music, that's the only thing that I would probably have to focus on is just more time with family.
That's a good answer, man.
Well, I guess my outlet would be kind of similar. I mean, I got a motorcycle I ride, but I have a 05 Ultra Glide, nice. Harley Davidson. Very cool. But I got a pretty girlfriend that's meaner than a snake, but sweet as a lamb when she wants to be. So we spend most of the time being in love and sometimes fighting, but you know, that's kind of that's kind of my outlet there. Yeah. Riding motorcycles, I guess. Very cool. No, we just bought a farm down in West Virginia back just not too far back, and I'm getting ready to move back down home. And
oh, really? Okay.
I couldn't wait to get off the farm when I was a kid, and I've been on the road, God, since I was 16, I guess. You know, so now I'm ready to go home. Wow. You know, Michigan can kiss my ass.
I get that feeling.
Well, do you have any plans on going into the studio and getting any of these songs recorded that you've been working on all these years?
God willing. If it's meant to be, I'd love to. Hell, this has been a dream of mine for years, man. I could never get into it. Like Dan said, nobody wants to listen to him because I can't sing. So getting anybody to hear one of them, you know, and man, I got a whole box full of songs.
Speaking of going into the studio, like you mentioned, if we do, who knows what, we might raise $1 tonight. We might raise $0. Could be a couple hundred. Could be, you know, who knows what it could be. But if it's enough to kind of, you know, get him squared away and kind of, you know, everything kind of in order, so to speak. And if there's a little bit, you know, above and beyond that, we would love to get them into a real deal studio. I got a pretty nice studio out here in the garage, but we'd like to take that song, The Coming Down, which was the last song that we did, and we would really like to record that. We'd like to make that happen if it can, if it's possible. And, you know, the real studios are a lot of money, but we felt, a lot of us in the band were talking, you know, that song could maybe be a single, maybe has some kind of potential. I wouldn't even be horribly opposed if, you know, somebody else sang it besides me, if there was, you know, if we could potentially track somebody down that could maybe do a little, you know, better job as far as portraying that, you know, country kind of feel. Because, I mean, I did grow up some in the South, and I'm not a full-blooded Yankee, but, you know, I promise I'm not culturally appropriating when I sing country music, because it is in my soul. But I wouldn't be opposed to somebody else doing the vocals on it even, and, you know, seeing if we could get it on the radio or something. I mean, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to try to help make that happen if it's feasible at all. So.
All right. Well, I think we just about covered it. Once again, I want to thank both sides of the river for doing a great performance. I want to encourage everybody, again, to donate. And, you know, if you can't donate tonight, you know, wait a day, you know, donate. You know, the stimulus checks are going out, right?
Tell them if y'all are going to happen to see this, you know, a week past March 20th or something, please send a message on Facebook to Play Something Good Podcast and let us know that you're donating for this, and that you're not just donating to the podcast, so that we can keep it separate. I mean, if you're doing it this week, we're going to assume that it's for Ray, and we're going to, you know, put it aside there. But if you happen to see this in a couple weeks or something, and you want to donate to Ray, make sure to reach out and let us know that you're doing that, and we'll make sure that it's taken care of.
Absolutely. And if you can't donate for some reason, you can always share the content. So the more that you share, the more options open up for more donations. So remember that too. You can always do your part, even if you can't, you know, donate, you know, per se by your own. So anyway, on behalf of Pete and Dan and Ray and Frank, Kevin, Sean, and Matt, both sides of the river, really want to thank you guys again for tuning in. And remember, Play Something Good is something that they do every Saturday, and the tier of musicianship keeps going up and up. So remember, 9 p.m. every Saturday, come back to this channel, donate, support, tell a friend. We appreciate it.
Thanks
Peace.
for being around. See you.
in the sky. Come get your gravy, baby, when your biscuits are dry.